This is a demonstration of Zippertubing's PRT-1553 shielded cable repair kit. The installation instructions can be found on Zippertubing.com. It's very important that you download these instructions, and there are sizing tables and detailed instructions for how to install and make these type of repairs. PRT-1553 is a variation of Zippertubing's PRT-ES material combined with our Z3250CN tape. Essentially what is going to happen is we're going to take a cable which has been damaged. In this case, there's a coax cable that had the insulation peeled back. It was scraped, and the shield itself has actually been torn slightly. However, the primary wire inside has not been damaged. The PRT-1553 kits are designed to repair the insulation jacket on the outside and minor EMI shield damage. If the EMI shield is damaged more than 180 degrees around the circumference of the cable, that's beyond the capability of this kit. Also, if the primary wire insulation, if it has been nicked or cut, do not use this kit. This kit is not designed as a splice kit. It is simply designed to repair superficial damage that may have occurred to the outer jacket and to a localized area of the shield braid. Now, to make this repair, the first thing you want to do is determine what the cable size is. In this case, I've already measured it. It's right at 1/4 inch. So I go to the installation instructions and find that there is a kit for up to 1/4 inch. And I have obtained a kit, the in a sample kit, which is what I have here. It's known as the -3. But when you order material, you actually want to order the ZT number for your own applications. This piece of material is essentially our PRT-ES material. You can see the hot melt adhesive inside. The metallized shielding fabric will be used to, has a pressure, there's a strip of this material. It has a pressure sensitive adhesive on the back, and it is electrically conductive pressure sensitive adhesive, and it'll be used to make the repair. So when you have a situation like this, the first thing you want to do is come back and cut back about, say, 1/4 inch or 1/2 inch on either side of the defect area, and remove the jacket material. Now, you want to be careful that you don't introduce any additional damage to the cable. I'm going to cut off the piece of jacket that was torn, and essentially why you're doing this is to expose the undamaged braid so that you can overlap the damage area with the metallized shielding fabric. And this may take a little bit to get this to come off. Okay, there we go. It's starting to peel the jacket off. Now, ultimately, the PRT material will overlap this edge, and you will have a tight environmental seal when you're done, so there's no fear that you're going to end up with a cable that will corrode or fail down the road as a result of your repair. And I'm going to use a pair of cutters to help pull the insulation piece that I had cut. Now I have a exposed shield on either side, and the damaged area, what I want to do is I want to dress the strands back away from the damaged area where it's broken, so that if I have any strands, they fold back under my shield cloth and don't tend to want to be driven into the primary wire and create a short. I'm going to cut this one back just a little more. We haven't quite got enough on this side to get a good tape over wrap. Okay, there we go. What you want to have is a maybe a 1/4 to 1/2 inch of exposed braid. Now once the damaged shield is pulled back away from itself, you can take the strip. The 1553 kit will include this strip of shielding tape, and you simply start wrapping it around. The shield tape has shielding coverage of about 98%, so in almost every case the EMI shield tape has better shield performance than the actual braid that was on the cable. So you won't be degrading the EMI performance of the assembly when you make this repair. In fact, EMI lab tests have shown that a repaired cable is indistinguishable from an undamaged cable. And okay, so now we've wrapped the shield cloth over the defect area, and essentially we've jumpered across the damaged spot. And the next thing we want to do is install the outer jacket. Now I'm going to cut this down a little bit. It's longer than it really needs to be, and I'll see if I can cut this so we leave the part number on it. And a pair of scissors is your standard working tool when you're using PRT. Any of the PRT products are easily cut with a pair of scissors. You do like to get a nice cut, but it's not terribly critical because PRT does not have a tendency to want to split. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to install the cable in the tubing. I wrap the tubing around and peel the adhesive release liner back. Not all the way, just maybe an inch or so. And wrap the non-adhesive edge over so I just cover the exposed adhesive, and continue to do so until I get to the end of the part, and work the seam area down so that I know that I have good adhesive contact. Now this will move around at this point. What I want to do is center the outer jacket repair over the defect, and like with all PRT products, you want to use a heat gun with a nozzle that will focus the heat on the adhesive overlap area. You want to do this selectively. Also, like all PRT products, the material will start to shrink around around 90 degrees C, but a good temperature range is around 120 to 130 degrees C to start the process. And you don't have to put a tremendous amount of heat on it. I'm going to look at it one more time and get it centered, and we'll start heating it. There's no big rush on applying heat. You can pull the heat back off the part repeatedly, but you want to limit your heat exposure to the overlap because it's double thick in that area.